Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim HaKakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yashawan, back with a quick lesson, and which will be entitled something to the effect of "The Slow Descent into Hell Quickens." All right. So we're going to start here with 2nd Ezra 16 and 37? 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. All right? This is where we're at right now, okay? Meaning, what these trials and tribulations in this crazy evil time is going to get worse and worse by the day and by the hour. And it's speeding up to the point where everybody's going to know. You can't deny it anymore. Shit done went crazy. All right? How you going to deal with it? Men's minds are going to be failing for fear, all right, of the things coming on the earth. All right, Salaki. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. All right, what are we to do? Oh, my people, talk about Israel, the elect, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. All right, everybody's got their own, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You got your own fight. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay, so that's good. Now, what we'll do is we'll watch a series of videos. We'll start right here with this guy, the Unvaccinated Trooper. Let's see. Of course, there's a damn commercial, so we'll wait.
We are fascinating.
Yes. Over with. Damn. Gotta watch that shit. Okay.
After being forced to give up his job for refusing to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
Salaki, let me read what this is. This is Fox News, October 18th, which was yesterday. Or is it today? Today's the 19th. This is yesterday, the 18th. Unmax Trooper loses job, sends message to liberal governor. Okay, so this is in Washington State. And the main thing I want you to recognize about this, how long is this? 6 minutes. We might not watch the whole thing, but what he's going to say is he got the exemption, right? Probably a religious exemption or maybe a medical, all right? And that came and went, okay, letting you know even your exemptions aren't going to save you. Eventually, they're going to make everybody take this. If you don't take it, you're going into a quarantine. And we know what that is, a FEMA camp where they got them guillotines waiting. All right, so let's watch and listen.
Listen.
This is my final sign-off. After 22 years of serving the citizens of the state of Washington, being asked to leave because I am dirty.
Okay, now, mind you, this is the police, state trooper or whatever, all right? But this is the police. This is serve and protect. And if they're walking away, then where's this thing going? All right? Lawlessness.
State 1034, this is the last time you'll hear me in a state patrol car. And Jay Inslee can kiss my...
Joining me now, that State Trooper Robert LeMay. Good morning to you, sir. I cannot imagine what making this decision was like.
Look at his face. He's dejected. He's broken without a hand.
You, the vaccine versus your job. So why did you ultimately decide to walk away from the job that you love?
Well, thank you for having me on this morning. And for starters, like I like that. I mean, prayers go out to those Texas officers. This is happening daily across our country, and officers are losing their lives. So,
All right, so there it is. Losing their lives or their livelihood. Okay. Hey, what it's going to be is they're going to take your driver's license. They're going to say you can't drive if you can't show proof. And you think that's going to stop people from driving? No, what they're going to do is they're going to have that pistol in their lap. And if they get pulled over, they're going to do what the hell they got to do. So they ain't going to be pulling people over. If it comes down to, I pull you over, you got your pistol on your lap, things are spiraling out of control by the day.
thank you for noticing that. It wasn't a question when the governor of the state of Washington started his mandate project. My wife and my family we're not taking it. We don't do vaccines. We don't do flu shots. We don't do any of that stuff. So over the last month, it's been nothing but just beating up our fellow employees, constantly telling them they have to vax, they have to do this, they have to do that. Our leadership was actually asking for some directive in regards to COVID, what to do for COVID, for traffic stops. We worked 18 months without having any type of issues. And now suddenly we have to have these mandatory vaccines. So that not taking the vaccine wasn't even a question. The process, how they did it was.
Now we have to take these vaccines. Shall evil be done in this? This is evil. Shall evil be done in the city, and the Most High hath not done it? The Most High is doing all of this. Yeah, he's making Esau. You got the trickle down. There's order. Let everything be done in decency and in order. The Most High gave the word. Now Esau is doing his part as the devil. Okay, bringing this place to an end. You can clearly see it.
Ridiculous, and making people do this or you're losing your job was ridiculous.
Yeah, you made your feelings on Governor Inslee very clear during your final call. And his vaccine mandate goes into effect today. Show proof of vaccine or essentially lose your job. So you said that it was not a question on whether or not you were going to get the vaccine. You weren't. Did you file for any sort of exemption?
Yes, ma'am, we did. I filed for a religious exemption. My family, we're God-fearing people, as well as a lot of the other troopers that I work with. They did accept our exemptions after some time, and then they told us, sorry, there's no job you can do with your exemption.
Wow.
There it is. Okay. Letting you know, okay, hey, well, you don't have to get it. Okay. Not right now, but then now we're at a different point. Letting you know that this thing is speeding up. All right. Back to the birth pangs of delivering your son. They slack not a moment, but they're getting quicker and quicker all the way until the baby is born. That right there is a prime example. He got the exemption, the religious exemption. All right. And it carried out its time. And then they said, okay, well, that's over. Now take this thing. All right. And he walked away. All right.
So they came out and told us, well, we can retrain you for a different position, but there's only a few positions and you're going to have to move across the state. Obviously, it wouldn't be to the salary that we have. So I'm with 22 years, I'm maxed out in regards to pay. So this is the best that I'll make the rest of my career. So for me to take a lesser position in regards to pay would be very detrimental to my family. These are the type of actions they were doing. They were not very open or clear what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it. People had very good questions. In fact, our chaplain with the Chaplaincy Foundation here, he's even being fired. This is a gentleman that his job is to push the chaplaincy, and they're not even going to accept his exemption.
That's unbelievable.
Yep, that ain't gonna work. All right, so this is just an example of where this thing is going. All right, everybody's gonna live. You ain't gonna take it, you're gonna lose your job. And when the people, there's a large amount of people that are not gonna do it. What is that gonna do to the whole force? Okay, it's gonna dwindle it down to let's say at least half. Well, how are you gonna enforce laws when it's time to go buck wild? How are you going to enforce laws when people get hungry from this famine that you're creating? Okay, can you see the perfect storm mounting. All right, let's go to COVID. Oh, Slovakia. DVOC, DVOC Max, Mandy's fueling slowdown nationwide. So what we just saw in the case of the police, all right, this is worldwide, nationwide, okay, and worldwide. There's probably police officers in Slovakia, police officers in Chicago, where it's crazy out there.
President Biden announcing on November 8th the U.S. will open its borders to travelers from other countries, but only if they've been fully vaccinated.
So can you see the scenario? If you don't have this thing, you can't participate, and it's going to cause these divisions, right? What are these people going to do? Oh, you can't buy groceries. You can't get paid. You can't feed your family. What's going to happen? You got the other side demonizing. This is the perfect storm. And this is what these devils want. All right? And, okay, you got this out there and you got no police. See how this thing is working itself out?
Meanwhile, here at home, COVID vaccine mandates are fueling even more showdowns nationwide.
Protect medical freedom!
With new fears they could make already critical work shortages
Let's go, Brandon.
even worse.
I guarantee you at least half the department staying home come Saturday morning.
In Chicago, thousands of police officers backed by their union are threatening not to come to work tomorrow.
Thousands.
They're protesting the mayor's order, requiring all city employees to report their vaccination status by tonight.
If those who are sworn to uphold the law act as if they're above the law, we're not going to tolerate that. That's not acceptable.
It's happening as the city sees a surge in violence, murders up over last year, the governor offering up the National Guard in case of a massive police no-show. While in Seattle, police are facing a showdown of their own.
Any loss of an officer right now would be detrimental to our city's current public safety crisis.
You hear that? It's already buck wild. Okay? And now half of the force ain't going to be there. They got to get fired. How are they going to replace them people? They're not. Okay? Letting you know how close we are to this thing spiraling completely out of control, and that's what they want. That's certainly what the Most High wants. Okay? Division, chaos, tribulation. And we're in it. It ain't turning around. I got to go back and read 2 Ezra 16 and 37 again.
The force is required to show proof of vaccination by Monday, but so far, more than 200 officers have not complied. The police department already dealing with a crime wave, activating their emergency plan, even asking detectives to go out on street patrol.
Our first concern is those priority one calls, those crimes.
Detectives got a demotion. Put the uniform back on. Get out there and do what you used to do.
And progress calls and whatnot, and having the staffing levels available to respond.
Meanwhile, at America's airports, 40% of TSA agents have not reported their vaccination status.
40%. And they're real tough on these guys.
The deadline, just a month away, while thousands of pilots are still unvaccinated too, with mandates looming, including American Airlines.
And they're not reporting on the pilots dying of blood clots and in the middle of the air, dying behind the wheel or the stick, if you will.
Which is requiring all pilots to be vaccinated by November 24th.
It's vaccination or termination. We've got some 3,900 pilots now that are in the process of making that choice or not, or going for the exemption. That's a lot of pilots.
And tonight, new warnings that unless this gets sorted out, it could significantly impact the holiday travel season.
We don't even have to go into the sports with Cam Newton folding, and you got your boy, I forget his name, the one who is holding out right now. I can find it, but all right, let's move on. So, all right, so you see this thing speeding up, and with that, okay, let's go to this real quick. New Yorkers protest peacefully.
Your mattress shouldn't.
This is the 18th as well. Let's watch this. Let's go, Brandon. So you can see, all right, there's going to be a lot of people against, right? And there's a lot of people that already took this thing. They're mad. The more and more they find out that this thing, they made the wrong choice and they did it, they're going to be mad. They're going to take it out on the people that haven't because they got duped. Okay? So we'll just, hey, the more and more, with every day that passes, all right, this thing is becoming more and more extreme. Let's get this real quick before we get into the straight crime.
Hi. You have a minute?
No, I don't.
I can give you one.
This is real quick.
Hi.
Let's see. So this is the 17th, a couple of days ago. I guess this is 504 cut. Whatever that is. Woman gets denied food and drink at drive-thru for not wearing a mask, letting you know where this thing is going. Oh, you're not wearing a mask? Oh, you can't show proof? You won't be eating. You won't be eating fast food, right? You won't be, well, I'll just have DoorDash delivered. You got to show proof. You have to, don't you know they're going to cut everything? They're going to cut everything off, all right? And this is my...
You have a minute?
No, I don't.
I can give you one.
You can give me one?
I can give you one.
Why don't...
I need you to wear a mask.
So you can hand me a mask?
I can hand you one, yeah.
But you can't hand me the drink without a mask?
You've got to wear a mask.
How does that make any sense?
That's what I just need you to wear a mask. Do you mind?
Well, if you can hand me a mask, why can't you just hand me the drink?
I can hand you the mask.
See where it's going? Nothing is going to make sense. All right, it's going to be upside down completely. That's just a little excerpt. Now we move into the more serious aspects. We'll start with rape. All right. And this is a brother, right? Chicago Kingdom. GMS Chicago Kingdom, I got to give him his. October 16th. Love of many waxing cold. Woman gets raped on train and no one calls 911. We're just going to quickly take a look at this because, I mean, Riders Watch's woman was raped on a SEPTA train. I believe that's in Philadelphia. Southeast Philadelphia Transit Authority. Train, but no one called 911. Okay? Let's watch this.
First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai Kadash, which Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that's his true name. And Kadash, that's the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who wrote to on the scriptures. And salutation to all you brothers out there. And I want to get into this article that the brother Lahab sent to the GroupMe, the GroupMe chat. And pretty much you had this woman, she got raped on a train in Philadelphia, okay? And no one called the police about it, all right? And you know, what's happening is you're starting to see a breakdown of a society. Okay, all right, you're really starting to see it. You know, people are getting more vicious out here. It's a dog eat dog world, as they say. Okay, you know, it's becoming, as the scriptures say, it's the evils are growing. It's becoming real, dangerous out in this world.
Okay, and that's the result of no police. Okay, we started with no police, right? That's enough on that one. We know where that ends. All right, now let's watch one more. We'll get a couple of precepts and we'll go ahead and close out. But I mean, hey, this is the example.
Advertising.
If you now is the time to make up your mind what the hell you're gonna do. And if you're not doing anything about it, the Most High got you on the fast track to you being in an incident like this. Okay, so look. Start this at the top. Here we go.
The search is on for a man who punched a woman in the face because she was too slow at a green light. Here's the video. He walks up and punches her through the open window. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in North Fulton County. And
now this is the kind of shit that's going to be, and you women, see, I wouldn't accept that. I'd jump out the car and there's, you don't understand what's going on here. You have no clue what's going on or about to go on. Women, you're going to be prey. Just like the one that got raped and nobody did a damn thing. There ain't no cops, ain't no 911. Bitches are going to be getting their jaw broke. You're going to come out and protest, don't hit her, boom, you're going to get your jaw broke. Oh, I'm going to call 911, you're going to get shot. Nobody's going to come to your rescue. And all of this is judgment. And if you think you're about to stop the judgment of the Most High, you're coming up against the Most High. But don't be stupid. All right? Let's watch that again. Think about this. Mind your business and don't you get your jaw broken. All right?
at a green light. Here's the video. He walks up and punches her through the open window. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in North Fulton County, and Tom, a witness, recorded this incident.
And men are mad right now. You got your baby mama been torturing you with your children, got you on child support. No telling what that brother's going through, all right? And the Spirit, the Most High is putting the Spirit on these 2/3 to rouse up and wreak havoc, all right? Negroes are mad. Everybody's mad, okay? And the Most High is putting that Spirit out there, all right?
That's right, Linda. Police say a witness pulled out the phone and started recording at this intersection when he saw a man walk up to that car and punch that driver in the face. Officers later identified the suspect as Fabian Perry. They say all of this road rage over a driver letting a green light turn red.
He ended up punching her through the window and striking her in the face.
It was a road rage incident that has people wondering, what are drivers
And they
thinking?
probably use this brother because he's got a beard. Oh, he's Israelite.
I just can't fathom people doing that. It's just, that is so sad.
That's a tear.
Again, as Alpharetta police say, Fabian Perry punched a 53-year-old woman in the nose because she was slow to proceed after a rip.
53. She's out there tripping, talking shit. Talk shit in these days, and you're going to get what's coming. All right? And when you understand in the spirit what's going on, that's judgment. This proud bitch right here, don't say nothing. Get your ass across the light, don't say nothing, and you won't get stolen. And that's mild. People are going to be getting shot at.
Light turned green.
But it should never happen, obviously. The guys.
And here comes Captain Save-A-Ho. That should never happen. Ain't nobody going to say nothing. When the bitch was getting raped, right? We're in the time of lawlessness now.
It happened October 8th at the intersection of Mayfield and Canton. Officers say Perry first went to the woman's car and cursed her out.
So I believe she tried to dial 911, which caused her to miss an additional light cycle.
Police say that's when he went back to her car and punched her in the face, causing her nose to bleed.
It shouldn't happen. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, okay. When you jump out the car and run over there, and this motherfucker pulls a strap out from his waist, all right, then you're going to see what's going on. See, people don't understand what's going on. Mind your business, all right? Stop with the road rage. Road rage is going to get you killed. Stop. Don't scream at some. You got people out there driving crazy because they're out of control. Hey, drive defensively. Breathe your way through it. All right. Lest something like that happens to you. Most High has you get judged. Got to know your place right now. All right. And what you're supposed to be out there doing is agreeing with your adversary quickly. All right. So let's get a couple of scriptures. This is let's just get 15 here. Chapter 15. Okay, let's get second is 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword, the modern day gun, and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Be careful out there. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. There ain't going to be no cops out here. They ain't going to listen to what the rules that they had to abide by before. And the course of action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Women are going to get raped. Okay? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. He can go next door and rape his neighbor's wife while he's gone. But shall destroy their houses with what? I'm going to take my gun next door and do what I'm going to rape this woman. And I'm not saying I'm doing this. I'm saying these are the things that are going to happen. I'm going to take my gun next door. I'm going to take all the food in the house. I'm going to knock this bitch upside her head. Right? And do what I got to do because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Great tribulation. Okay? Now we'll go back to this real quick because people don't seem to understand. All right? As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues slack. The plagues are going to be coming. How many contractions do you have within 2 or 3 hours? They start speeding up. All right. That's what's going to happen with bitches getting punched in the nose because they got something to say about something that's happening to somebody else. Okay? You could be the one in the bad position. You could be the one getting raped. Nobody's coming to your rescue lest they turn around and get themselves in trouble. All right? Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, the elect of Israel, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. How do you make yourself ready? You say, I'm not fucking with nobody else. I'm not Captain Saving No Hos. That bitch she's getting judged. I'm not coming up against the Most High to go out there and try to save that bitch. All right? And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Hey, you got to go your own. Men got to go their own way. And if a woman is righteous, she can go with you with her mouth closed. Not with her hand on her hip, about to get you in trouble and everybody else. Okay? A righteous woman is going to be quiet in that day. All right? So that's enough with that. I hope that the elect were edified. With that, we're going to say shalom.